r/AskReddit. What job position is 100% overvalued and overpaid? About 2/3 of the upper level admins at the university I work for. I'm the payroll person at a state university, and I completely agree with this. The people in upper management aren't even in union protected jobs who, in theory, should be the first ones gone when we need to settle the budget problems we have. Instead, they were the only ones who got raises during COVID. The one I had at my last office job, I was originally hired to be the manager of a new project, but the project was never launched, and I had a long-term contract. After 5 months of being paid by only clocking in and out without doing any actual work, someone saw me in the pool for available associates and invited me to join their project as a frontline agent. Apparently at some moment the database just marked me as an available employee without mentioning the rank I had been hired for. I stayed in the company for 6 years, getting paid the salary of a manager, but with the responsibilities of a regular agent. I rejected every offer for growth I had, as I was only working there to pay for a debt. In the end, I made my money with very little stress and left the company in great terms. Edit. Thanks for all the attention. I really didn't expect it to get so much traction. Here's an answer to a couple common comment I've seen. First, if it was so good, why did I leave? Simple, this job had nothing to do with my own career path. A few years back my life basically crumbled to pieces. I got into some really bad debt, and at some point I just had to get a job, even if it was an office job I didn't want. Worked for 2 years in another company before I was recommended for the position in the one mentioned in my post. The day my debt was paid off was the day I presented my 2-week notice and left in great terms. I was lucky to have a nice team around me. Second, no, I won't mention the company or project. It was as an analyst in a streaming app. No, not the super big ones. What I actually did as a frontline agent was a hybrid of customer service and developer support, all text based. Third, it was indeed a very fortunate set of coincidences and I took advantage as much as I could, but I left due to my own pursuit. I'm doing good with my own independent endeavor, and no salary will be more valuable than my own sense of accomplishment of making a living out of what I love doing. Cheers, Reddit. My uncle was a commercial airline pilot. He described his job as vastly overpaid in normal circumstances and vastly underpaid in emergency situations. Firefighters and paramedics are in the same boat. 60 to 80k a year in some places to pick up old people off the floor, but only 60 to 80k to manage the pulses and dying child at 3 AM in the morning. Member of the International Olympic Committee, IARC. They've had a lengthy history of excessive demands. $4 million US spent on entertainment in Nagano, traffic lanes dedicated to IARC members during the games, etc. They make very few decisions, all of which are politically motivated. They travel extensively and are paid well for it. From the article, although technically a volunteer, the IARC president receives a yearly allowance of $251,000 and lives rent-free in a 5-star hotel and spa in Switzerland. Hospital CEOs and actually almost all hospital upper management. There are so many layers of management that many of them barely step foot into a healthcare facility ever, let alone ever speak to a patient, yet all of them make 6, 7, 8-figure salaries plus mega bonuses. My hospital network CEO makes $11 million salary not including bonuses, which bothers me, but bothers me even more are all the board members and shit directly under him making nearly as much. It's hundreds of millions of wasted money paid to the people trying to screw staff out of good pay and screwing patients into paying big bills. I'm a physician, currently in residency. The CEO of our huge hospital system was doing his rounds in the pre-op area, in his little suit, saying hi to people. He picks up a surgical marking pen and says, "What's this for?" What a crock of shot. My mum, from whom I'm estranged, works as the vice president of reward at an international company. She basically arranges contracts so millionaires can get more money and gets paid £189,000 a year for it. Even she thinks it's ridiculous. Gosh, even the title of that job, vice president of reward, sounds made up. Like something you give an EPO baby to keep them busy. I still don't know what big firm consultants do. I do consulting. It is just either outsourced office work or creating fluffy PowerPoints to give executives an excuse to authorize spending. It's not a bad gig. Sometimes it's to tell executives to do what their internal folks already told them to do, but the execs don't trust their own people. I work in fintech, and I literally do nothing during 9 to 5. I wake up in the morning, start my computer, check emails, morning meetings, then play video games, go to the gym, invite friends over, or go out for brunch, and at the end of the day message everyone a good afternoon. I'm absurdly overpaid as well and highly recommend the career. It's like I have a job, but I don't, but I do. Edit. For everyone asking, I'm a senior expert on blockchain and contracts between FAANG companies every year, mostly Google and Amazon. The hardest part is the schooling, but afterwards the actual work is quite easy. It's a pretty surreal career and I understand how privileged it is to have a stress-free job. I've seen how badly a unhealthy work-life balance can impact a person's mental health cause of my parents, which is why I got into it. Second edit, my DMs are currently flooded, so apologies if I take a while to reply back, trying to respond to everyone with advice. I'm in fintech too. I work super hard actually, like mind-meltingly hard, for about 45 minutes a day. Rest of the time is easy life baby. Generally, US Gov contractor positions requiring high security clearances. Entry-level pay isn't that high, but once you're cleared other contractors will offer bigger bucks because you can get cleared with them quickly. Jump from one to another, wait 2 years, do it again, lather, rinse, repeat. I have a very close friend that falls into this category. He literally sits at a desk overlooking a beautiful lake and once a month drives 60 miles to visually inspect a dam. Like, just drive to it and look at it. He always jokes, if you want to see your tax dollars wasted, come visit me at work. His previous job, broad construction. Realtor. While I believe they can provide value in some situations, technology has put a lot of the work into the buyer's hands. You find places you like, send them to a realtor, they walk you through and point out which rooms are bathrooms, print out a mountain of paper for you to sign, and boom, $50,000 commission. I may be biased here, but I'm not exaggerating when I say more than half of the dudes in my fraternity who dropped out of college because of bad grades became realtors. A friend of mine from high school who barely graduated now runs his own real estate firm in Chicago selling multi-million-dollar homes and condos. Life coach. This girl I know became a life coach and charges $300-500 per person for a 4-hour seminar that a friend of mine used to help her set up for. Friend said all it was 4 hours of her saying these people are great and doing yoga plus breathing exercises. And she had repeat customers and often 4 to 8 people per class. $2,400 per weekend to tell people they are awesome and do a few yoga stretches. Freaking wild. In-house legal for a corporation. I basically browsed the internet most of the day in my office, maybe reviewed 1 or 2 standardized contracts, and occasionally sat in during a firing. I made $80,000 a year plus benefits. Do car salesmen really do any work anymore? Last time I bought a car I looked online, did my research, and knew exactly what I wanted, and basically showed up ready to buy. The dealer just gave me the keys for a test drive, then did the paperwork for me. You'd be surprised how many people just go to the dealership having done absolutely no research. You were a dream customer, and under 10% of customers are like you. Mine. I'm a DevOps engineer at a fintech startup. I write server configurations for $125,000 a year, and I work about 10 to 20 hours a week, remotely. I keep thinking they figured out how easy my job is, and decided to fire me, and then instead they tell me I'm doing a great job and promote me. I smoked all through college, and got a degree in philosophy, and did not go to grad school. We paid a guy/company $10,000 to come and do a motivational speech at the school, which was supposed to improve kindness among the kids at school. It didn't work. Being a cat. Free rent. Free food. Sleep all day. Automatically dominate anyone around you. Just go outside and kill things for fun. Never wear pants. You can lick your own asshole in public and not get arrested. and everyone adores you anyway. The problem is they're humans that think they own the place. The college football coach in my town got offered a contract for around $6 million to be a college football coach. He's getting paid more than the president of the US. They are typically the highest paid state employees with the justification that the football programs make money for universities. I get it, but at the same time it's kind of disgusting. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.